Let's start the show. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Y'all know what it is. It's me. You got your man. You got Bishop, the AKA the GOAT. You got the People's Coast. CC is in the building. Trey, you know what? Not even Trey. I know it's looking kind of shaky. No, Trey Damas is the name that we're going with. It's time to go. Bishop, make sure you unmute yourself. What's going on? We're glad to be in the building. What's good? How y'all brothers doing this morning?
WGO, WGO, WGO. What's going on? How y'all living? It's week 4 of the NFL, man. I got my man, the People's Coach. The People's Coach. I got Trey. I'm gonna put it like how it's supposed to be. I got Trey. I don't know about no Trey. I got Trey. CC was good, bro.
Man, them picks was brutal last week, boy.
Boy. That's 2 weeks in a row, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on, bro? I know Trey got the finals story for all 3 of us for week 3, but I know last time I looked, I think we was all in a 3-way tie. From what I saw, it looks that way.
No, CC was for the last week. I think he had the tie. He had 7 last week. So
did he get 7?
Yeah, he had 7.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say I know I didn't fare because them games last week, man. Like said, man, some of them jokers need to be fired. You're fired, like on Waterboy. You're fired. There need to be some people fired, bro. Because that was just ridiculous. CC, what's going on in the NFL, bro?
Man, I think that preparation, like they say it's enough, but I don't think some of them be prepared because, man, teams that were supposed to win easily look like, man,
easily
they lost.
Bro, easily those some wins, man. Bro, come on. Denver beat Tampa Bay 26-7.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
And it wasn't close. That's what I was saying.
Come on, it wasn't even close, bro. Come on, bro. Like these, and then what is up with Kansas City? How they skipping by these teams, bro? Kansas City not looking the greatest, man, and they just barely skimming by these teams.
They getting by. They getting by off sheer will, man. You know what I'm saying? Make a play here and there, man. But how long? Can they do that all season? Man? Just keep making a play here and there and keep winning in the end like that. I don't know. I think they luck gonna run out at some point.
And I know Smalls is about to get on here because Houston got embarrassed by Minnesota.
Oh yeah, but I told y'all that Minnesota defense at home. That's why I didn't take Minnesota to slight the Texans. I just knew D'Amico Ryan got them playing. Brian Flores got that defense playing up there in Minnesota. I don't know what they go do on the road, but I know at home he got them flying around.
Bro, that was just horrific.
So while we're speaking about it, this was the aftermath of our picks from last week. It's almost making me where I'm gonna have to remove the thought of me being neutral because it's like I'm not knowing anything currently. So of course you see it last week, 6-10 for myself, 6-10 for Bishop, 7-9 for CC, which brings the total right now 22 and 20, 26 and 22, 26 and 22, 23 and 25. CC just on the outside to where it might end up being the competitive picking belt about at the end of this. So I don't know. It's like I said, it's looking kind of shaky. I don't know what to say when you look at this, but it was a rough. Yeah. I guess the thing that was a saving grace is that a lot of us had the same wrong picks in state. I take a easy victory. I do that without.
What happened to San Francisco, bro? What happened to the 49ers guy?
And they had that game. I thought the game was over.
Right. I picked them. What happened? Trey, we're coming to you because this is your team. You know what happened to them 49ers, bro?
It's like I said, we had the game, right? True enough, we did have the game. And what you had is Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell, I'm talking to you. Ronnie Bell had a first down. All he had to do was catch the ball. He's a receiver. As a gentleman, I ask you as a receiver, what's the main skill that you need to have to be able to be titled a receiver?
Catch the ball.
That's all you have to do, Ronnie. And it wasn't like it was contested. He came back. It was a comeback. It wasn't a back shoulder. It was a comeback. He stopped short. He had it, hit him in the hands, in the chest area, and he dropped it. I ain't gonna say turnover downs, but they ended up punting away, and then they Los Angeles just walked away with the time and turns, walked away with the victory. Not to mention a missed field goal. It was just, I don't know, bro. It's just one of those things.
Doesn't that seem familiar? Doesn't that seem familiar when Saquon dropped that pass to solidify our win against Atlanta? The same.
It'll make you laugh and make you cry.
Make you cry. It'll do it every time to you, every single time, bro.
And what you see is, like, I was on a couple of different forums and stuff when it comes to the 49ers and stuff, in which a lot of people was like, oh, they were like big on the simple fact that what's his name had a huge game, Jawan Jennings, a game for his career. But I had to point out, I was like, let's not overlook the fact that Brandon Ayuk still isn't at top form for the money which he got. Not to mention that Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, and Kittle were out. Like, that's why he had, who else was he going to throw to? I mean, yes, he still had, but he had no one else to throw to, which is, brings it back. Debo's supposed to be playing.
All I hear is excuses. The Rams have just as many people hurt. Like the Rams,
no, they have their top.
And CC, guess what? I'm with you, CT, because we lost Devontae Smith and we ain't got nobody to throw to either. We was in the same predicament. We lost Devontae. We didn't have AJ. We was down to the same thing.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Today. We just gonna go ahead.
Look. The Giants impressed Sunday. The Giants impressed Sunday. I had to put up a post, man. I went against the Giants. I picked against the Giants, and they won that game, man. That made me mad because Danny Dimes looked like Dan Marino, man. In that one game, man. I said, man, on Sunday, man. I said, man. Come on, man.
You know what I feel like?
How the Giants win,
I feel like Cleveland. You know what CC felt when CC just said that? You know what it felt like? At ease. It's like I just locked up like.
When the sergeant don't want to hear what you got to say, Eddie. Yeah.
And you just give them that look, like, okay,
man.
Yeah, man. The Giants, they beat Cleveland. Cleveland is in a spiral downfall, bro. And it doesn't look like they're coming out of that anytime soon.
No, they're coming out of it today.
You think they're coming out of it today? Who they got? Let me see who Cleveland got today. Cleveland. They got who?
The Raiders.
Ooh, they both 1-2. That's a toilet bowl game. Ugh. I don't know. We all picked Dallas for Monday night, though, right? Or no, Thursday night. That was Thursday night.
Yeah. So right
let's not get off. Let's not get off of CC. CC, what's wrong with the Cowboys? Let's talk about the Cowboys.
I told y'all before, man, and I looked at it, man. The body language, no heart, man. This squad has no heart. Like, we getting pushed around, and they don't seem to care out there, man. Like for real. Like, and I put up a post. Why is Stefon Diggs? I mean, not Stefon Diggs. Why is Trey Diggs always out of position, man? When it's on a big play, when we need you to get up on somebody and shut somebody down, your man always making the first down catch. Your man always making the catch, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it always?
I saw that post too. I laughed at that. I saw that post that you put up there, man. I saw that post, man. The Giants was in that game on Thursday, man. They was really in that game. A lot of Cowboys fans was real nervous. They was swinging their legs back and forth because it was a close one, man. And the Giants.
Tell me if I'm a little toxic, right? Tell me if I'm a little toxic because we all picked Dallas, right, to win, right?
Right.
Now, no, I'm talking about last week. We all picked Dallas to win.
Right.
But but keep in mind, right, when New York got the ball back with 30 seconds to play, tell me why the toxicity in me was like, I hope Danny Dimes go down and score. And so San Francisco already lost. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be the only one with the L. So the toxicity in me was like, damn the picks.
somebody else is going down. If Nino
but,
Brown going down, we all going down. If Nino Brown going down, we all going down.
All going down. It's like, well, you lose, we all lose.
I think I think you was right about one thing though, Trey. When we talked, was that if Malik Neighbors wasn't injured, I think they probably would have went down the field and did something in the end of that game. Because they came close. But I just think that he didn't have his main weapons out there when he needed them the most in the end of that game.
They had like we was talking about Neighbors. If Neighbors had been present, you know, he had a concussion situation, then they wouldn't have been able to key in on Wan'Dale Robinson, because he would have been, now you got Neighbors as a threat. He would have been pulling some of the coverage, and now Robinson's able to operate in those little intermediate areas where he probably could have got out of bounds and helped to walk them down. Like, even though Daniel Jones isn't perceived as a great quarterback, he has done damage to plenty of teams in those last seconds. In 30 seconds with the ball on the 4-yard line was plenty enough time for him to even put it close enough for him to try to make a play. But I mean, it didn't end up like that. And unfortunately, the Eagles and the Cowboys walked away with a loss, with a dub, and San Francisco walked away with an L. But I digress. It's all about the long marathon.
So let's run it back to our picks real quick, because that Sunday game, man, you know what made me mad about that Sunday game? We let Derrick Henry run all over us, man. And that's probably gonna be his best game of the season, man.
Boy.
He didn't do nothing for the first 2-3 weeks. I mean, first 2 weeks he come against the Cowboys and just ran. I mean, they ran left.
Everybody knew that you could run on Dallas, so everybody was expecting Derrick
Henry. We need to bring what's his name, Vince Wilfork need to come out of retirement. We need something in the middle of that thing. We need somebody, man. We need some D tackles that's gonna go after him, man. Like, we weak in the middle. You can run right at us. We ain't got no linebackers back there neither, man. We need something in the middle. Forget on the outside, this rushing on the outside. We need something in the middle. And the pursuit to the ball. You saw how they didn't want to tackle Derrick Henry, man. He stiff arming one dude and nobody else in the picture because they scared to gang tackle this dude, man. It's like, come on, man. You got to play better than that, Dallas.
What's going on, AP? Of course, you know, Jade. So I don't know. You know what? I thought about that because I was I kind of like thought about who I'm picking today, and I see who Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders is playing today, and it made me think: is Jaden Daniels starting to evolve, or was it just a matter of who they was playing at this point? Michael Parsons is too small to stop the run. You agree with that?
We know that already.
Okay, we
know that already. We already know I already told y'all that, man. He just all speed. This, that, whatever on the outside. He can't stop. Like, don't stop. That's why I said stop comparing him to Lawrence Taylor, because Lawrence Taylor gonna stop the run. This dude can't stop the run.
Bro, to answer your question about Jaden Daniels is that dude, man. Yeah. I told y'all, but I said this, Trey and CC. I said that when they did the draft. I said everybody's sleeping on Jaden Daniels. Y'all gonna stop sleeping on this dude. I tell you, he is. I said he was Lamar Jackson 2.0. I'm telling you, Jaden Daniels finna be that dude. He is gonna be the top runner up. He's gonna be the top runner for rookie of the year. Guaranteed. Why? Jaden finna take this team somewhere, man. People trying to sleep on Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels ain't no punk. And he's showing you what that man, what he can do, man. I just believe in Jaden Daniels, man. I got him on my bench. And the thing is, I got him in my fantasy and I got him on my bench. And I keep hesitant. I'm talking so highly of him, but I'm hesitant to pull him up put him in a starting lineup though, because I feel like he's gonna have that freshman game when I put him in. Yeah, and I'll be like, dang, I knew I should have put him in. But he keep improving himself week after week after week after week. You know what I'm saying? Every week he's proving himself. And that's what I think he gonna continue.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Kingsbury did up to his game. Ain't that his offensive coordinator, Kingsbury? I think Kingsbury did learn a thing or two to make it more effective. And I think he finally got him a winner with the quarterback that understand what he's trying to do with that offense, man. And that's a good thing to see for Kingsbury, because I think this would have been his last stop in the pros if he couldn't get it right. You know what I mean? Like, as an offensive coordinator, I think this would have been the end for him.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So there's plenty of going on across the NFL when you look, especially when we talk about injuries. Of course, you got in Las Vegas, Devontae Adams is not going to be playing today. He's out. The Packers, you expected to see Jordan Love back, and then they're going to go ahead and err on the side of caution. And I think the last report is that the most likely he's not going to probably play. But of course, we have to see what the last second reports are saying, where they give Malik Willis another opportunity. They're playing against Minnesota, in which we'll see how that ends up turning out. Now that
Sam Darnold, okay, what can you say, Sam? Hey, Sam O'Connell got Sam Darnold looking pretty good, man. I mean, this is the best.
Remember that conversation I said, mediocre. You can be a mediocre or above average quarterback.
Yeah.
You just need a receiver. You just need a receiving core or some skilled players, and you might be
a different offensive coordinator. We talked about this when we was talking about Justin Fields. It's all about, sometimes you might not be the right fit for that organization, but you can go somewhere else and just flourish and be that number, to be that man. As Stephen A would say, a bad man. Right now, Sam Josh, what's his name? Sam Darnold is that man. Right now, he's showing you, look, I wasn't no fluke in college. I'm letting y'all know I can play. I can throw this thing.
Yeah. I just wasn't in the right position.
And then he threw a hit. At who? Y'all heard that little shade he threw to that left Minnesota. You heard it?
Kirk Cousins.
No. Sam Darnold is the quarterback for who?
Minnesota,
right? Who's didn't the wide receiver leave? No. That's just.
You talking about Josh Allen? You talking about Josh Allen throwing shade at Stephon Diggs?
Diggs, that's it.
He was supposed to, because Stephon Diggs gave that man so much trouble, and he like that. I ain't got no name brand receivers over here, but guess what? They catching the ball. You know, that's basically what he was saying.
I got receivers over here who ain't worried about stats. I got over receivers over here they ain't worried about stats.
They catching the ball and
That shady. That shady too. That's it. That's who it was.
I love that. Like Josh Allen, go get him, man. Tell him, man. Yo, you can't be woofing in my face and dropping balls. What's his name just did that? Like the experience. That's what I was saying. CeeDee Lamb. That's what I'm talking about. Like when we started trying to come back against the Ravens, who was dropping the ball? The main one that was arguing with that. Like every time you turn around, he patted himself on the chest. My bad, I done dropped it. My bad. It's like, nah, dog. You want the ball so bad, catch it.
But what did you feel about this week with them coming back this week? And it looked like they was feeding him. Seymour.
Seymour, feed me, Seymour. You're right, Trey. They was feeding him. Like he had one of the touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
A 60-something water, right? Yeah.
But he got to understand it, go from game to game, how you going to get the ball, man. Sometimes it's going to be your time, sometimes it's not. So you can't. It was very, Michael Irvin said something, man, that was very important. Talking to Keyshawn Johnson, he said, man, I don't understand y'all crybabies about getting the ball. He said, man, you can't argue with the quarterback because he might not never throw you the ball. And he said the ball ain't gonna always hit you in the hands, dog. He was like, hey, you just put it in my vicinity, go get it. And you talking to a Hall of Fame wide, you talking about a Hall of Fame wide receiver giving him some game, man. You can't argue with the quarterback. He might not ever throw you the ball. That's the guy that need to throw you the ball. What you arguing with him for?
That's the one person
you might not ever get a pass again. You know what I mean?
That's the person you need to be in good with, because if you get on his bad side, he don't give a damn. He gonna make somebody else his number one receiver. Yeah, he has all the cards. The cards. He the only person on the field that touched the ball every single play. So how you gonna say something to him? He touched the ball every single play. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I man, you know. These weeks have been crazy. This week right here is going to be crazy. Week 4. The NFL is just crazy right now in regards to things going on. Justin Fields is about to be the starter again for another week. Week 4 going into week 4. Justin Fields, they just said he's going to start again over, of course,
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. No, I thought they were talking about something else. But yeah, he's going to start over Russell Wilson once again. I don't know, man. Has Russell Wilson lost his job?
No. Yeah, that's a wrap. I mean, Tomlin already said. Why we asked? They like is Fields QB number one. If you heard what he said during his press conference, and Tomlin already said, why are we even talking about that? Like this man, and so it's a done deal. I think he gonna rock Justin Fields because Justin Fields is managing the game right now and not turning the ball over. Now, if
it ain't broke, and like they always say, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Now, if he go back to the fumbling on them runs like he was doing in Chicago, he out of there. You know what I'm saying? I think a couple of fumbles.
What we could think is like it's a little bit different situation like we see in other organizations. Like just like with Jordan Love, they played Jordan Love that Monday. They expect Jordan Love to be in, even though right now they're undefeated with Malik Willis behind at the helm, in which they're going to. But Jordan Love was quarterback QB1. And he's getting QB1 money, so it's a little bit different when you come down to
Trey. Trey, what you want to do? Remember this, CC? Remember that he was in the same situation.
It's the same thing.
But did they ever bring him back when Brock Purdy got out there? Yeah, and Brock Purdy got out there and showed his behind and continued to show his behind.
They did everything in their power to try to bring Brock Purdy back. Like they did.
No, I'm talking about when Brock Purdy
bring Trey Lance. They did everything in their power to try to bring Trey Lance back. It just wasn't working in his favor until they.
He just wasn't going to get back on the field, man.
He wasn't.
Sometimes
it was like, and you got to think, like, keep in mind, right? In my opinion, San Francisco went through the same thing in which Cleveland went through. They had a bevy of quarterbacks that was at the helm that they were able to pick through. Garoppolo and Purdy put them in position to win the Super Bowl, right? Or to go, and then put them in position to go to the Super Bowl until the injury happened to Purdy in the NFC Championship game. But I think had they not traded away when they came back that season with the thoughts of Garoppolo said he wasn't coming back, so they didn't have Garoppolo because at this point Garoppolo was going to have to fight with Purdy for QB1, and they already probably had their mindset like we need to find a trade to move Trey Lance.
What's McCall was still in the fold too. Trey Lance was still in the fold. Remember, you wanted Trey Lance. You just knew Trey Lance was going to start because they paid all them. Remember, you were just talking about money because of
they paid the money.
Yeah, you thought they was gonna keep Trey Lance and make Trey Lance the starter. Remember, CC, because of all the money they was paying Trey Lance.
Yeah,
no, I do think that, especially also coming off of. I think also coming off of the fact, but I think also what you got to take into consideration is if they simply had did that, in my opinion, in my mind, if they had did that initially, they had Jimmy Garoppolo in the fold to be like, oh, Trey ain't working, we can go to Jimmy while Brock is recovering. But they didn't have Jimmy because Jimmy wasn't coming back, and they didn't have another Jimmy-esque quarterback that was on the market that they could bring in to be like, okay. So they had no choice but to simply make moves and move on. Someone was, I ain't gonna say silly enough. Someone took a flyer, like we say. You see different things. Trey Lance might get moved from Dallas and might go somewhere else and become a hell of a quarterback. It's just he didn't have, you know what I'm saying? It was just I had to simply look at the situation like what it was, and it was that Trey Lance should not have been drafted, or we should not have drafted Trey Lance. I was hoping we was going to go after Justin Fields, but Trey Lance was more of the work of what they wanted, a big body quarterback that can take some hits, absorb some hits, and get up the field where he is now, I'm saying overall. So it was just one of those things. But I think that's the difference in Pittsburgh, as I was about to say, because now Pittsburgh is only paying Russell Wilson $2 million. Like, that's nothing for them, you know what I'm saying, for a quarterback.
That's base pay.
yeah, that's, you know what I'm saying. He's good. Like they that's not for him to sit on the bench as a mentor and an emergency quarterback for $2 million and someone with Russell Wilson's caliber potentially. That's easy, and it's easy to go to him as the savior if something starts to happen to Justin Fields. But I do think that what the situation is, why they're saying we're not going to do that, is because Russell Wilson was named starting quarterback at the beginning of the season, and it's like he's QB1 until when he's good, he's QB1. I think that's what's going to happen. He's going to be
Jordan. You talking about Jordan?
No, I'm talking about Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I think when Russell Wilson is ready to go, I think he gets reinserted as QB1.
Okay, I know I talk a lot of noise about Tomlin, but let me tell you what I do like about Tomlin. The way he keeps his team professional, right? Like you very rarely hear people say, what's going on as far as the locker room, but you can see that no matter who the quarterback is, TJ Watt and that defense gonna show up and they gonna do what they gotta do, man. That offensive line gonna do their best that they can, you know what I'm saying, to try to block and all this stuff, man. They professional. I like the professionalism of the Pittsburgh Steelers because a lot of buzz about who gonna be the quarterback, who gonna do that, but that defense just show up every week. That defense come every week. No matter who behind the center, no matter what points we gotta face, whatever, that defense show up. So I take my hands off of Tomlin for that, man. That professionalism.
Without a doubt. In which, like, it resonates 20 plus years without a losing season, regardless of what the end state is. I mean, that's what it is, and it starts to resonate for the most part. What was Anthony saying? He says, Astro Munitions needs help. T-Law is overrated, as in terms Trevor Lawrence, in which we'll be seeing today. It'll be at that game. Overpaid player. Zeke looks like he's just for a check, and Caleb Williams ain't it for the Raiders. Raiders need a quarterback. So going to this is your squads, CC with Zeke. What you think about Zeke so far this season after 3 or 4 games?
Man, he looked like a running back that did all he could do. Like early in this year, like he in his 8th year or something, man. Like this is the life expectancy. You know what I'm saying? He a year over the life expectancy of running backs. Like that's what he looked like. He looked like he tired.
If you make it to 10 seasons, man, you doing good.
As a running back.
Real good. Yeah, you're doing real good. Yeah, he looked. I with CC. He looked like he been in the league 8 to 10 years. Like he ain't doing nothing. Like he really ain't that. He's not that cow he was when he first came out into the NFL. He's not that dude. I don't know what Dallas was thinking by bringing him back. I mean, y'all could have kept Pollard for that much if y'all was going. I mean, I really don't.
I think it was we needed a bigger back because last year you saw when teams really put their defensive lines out there against Pollard, we didn't get no run.
I'm glad you said that. Thank you, CC. So if y'all needed a bigger back, why in the hell did y'all go get
Derrick Henry?
Why didn't y'all go get
because it's Jerry Jones, man. If y'all haven't noticed, man, Jerry Jones has a point to prove. That's why we haven't won, man. He's trying to win his way, man. Like he not trying to win. He's trying to win his way with his guys, the ones that he picked single-handedly, and you coach what I give you. That's what he's trying to win, and it's not working.
And it ain't
working. You know what I mean? In terms of championship, that's what I'm saying.
How long has that
it worked in the regular season, but it's not working. That's what I'm saying. It just hasn't worked. It's like, Jerry, it's time for another plan, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was not working.
Y'all could have got, even if y'all couldn't get Derrick Henry, y'all could have got DeAndre Swift.
Not only that, but look at this. The Chiefs just picked up Kareem Hunt. Like
Kareem Hunt too. Yeah.
Why Kareem Hunt or Rico Dowdle, dude? Come on, man. Like, come on, man. It was options.
Rico. So
I'm just saying, it was options.
Of course, one of the other things in which AP pointed out, the Raiders need a quarterback back. We know that. We've talked about that. Caleb Williams. So he said Caleb Williams isn't it. Is it a little too early to say that?
Man, he threw for y'all don't think he threw for over 300 and some yards, man. He showed he got the arm. He showed he can put the passes out there. Again, man, it's not him. It's that organization that he playing for, man. It's the Bears.
What I'm saying. When I
this
say
is what
Caleb
the Bears do to quarterbacks. No matter how good your pedigree is, your stock is, this is what happens. They've never had a franchise quarterback. This is the only team in the NFL that never had a franchise quarterback. Never.
No, I thought whatchamacallit was a franchise quarterback. McMahon. What's his name?
Jim McMahon.
Was it Jim McMahon? Yeah, I thought he was a franchise quarterback back in the day.
So they had one in, you know what I'm saying? And they've been there since the beginning of the NFL.
Yeah, and that was how long ago. Yeah, we know about Refrigerator Perry and all them, Walter Payton, all them days. But this is my thing. When I say Caleb Williams ain't it, I'm not saying Caleb Williams is not a talented quarterback. I'm not saying Caleb Williams can't sling that ball. I'm not saying Caleb Williams is not accurate. What I'm saying is Caleb Williams ain't it for that team. What I was saying was Caleb Williams. If Justin Fields couldn't do it in Chicago, what make you think Caleb could? And that's all I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Caleb Williams is not it for that team.
I don't know.
And like CC said, I don't know if there is anybody for that team or quarterback for that team, because that if you want your quarterback career to end, go to Chicago.
Right.
Go to Chicago.
Right. What happened to Jay Cutler? What happened to Jay Cutler? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Jay Cutler was good till he went to Chicago. Hey, but real talk. The last time they was sort of successful was with Lubby Smith. Was with Lubby Smith on that sideline, man. And he figured out how to make He figured out a way around the quarterback situation. This man went to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. I would say pick up the phone, call Lubby, and say, man, hey, you need a job. You know what I'm saying? You want to come back to Chicago? Because we ain't had nothing since you left. You know,
bro. That part, bro.
I don't know, because when you look at DJ Moore's and Roma Duze, their body language speaks to something different. Like, I don't think you can sit up and put that on the team when you're looking at what, saying some of the things that's happening. Like, that Chicago game was winnable. I don't know what he was doing for Roma Duze, but it didn't pop up. It's like, so their body language as receivers is starting to be telling, like, yo, this is the same stuff we go through in practice. Like, I watched the Hard Knocks for Chicago, and it was a different type of story until, and then like Caleb Williams said, like one of the things that Caleb Williams said is like, I don't get nervous. He's like, he doesn't get nervous. In which is like, maybe it looks like that. However, he may not be nervous, but I mean, he started like at this point, I'm very sure he's been sacked the most times in the season already, just along what he had 7 sacks in the second game.
That's not his fault that they didn't get an offensive line. Like, that's not his fault, man. Like, some of that's not his fault, man. Like,
that part.
And you know what? I can read the blitz and say block that guy, but guess what? If you just get ran over or beat every single time, there's nothing you can do. Like they coming at him from all angles. You know what I'm saying? That's not his problem. That's on coaching. Y'all gotta get the offensive line right. Like I was saying about Deion needed the offensive line out there. He needs to walk around campus. The Bears need to do something to beef up that line, man. Get a young man a chance. This is the same thing Justin went through. This is what they continue to do. You think you're gonna just add a good receiver, a good tight end, and a good running back? You can have all that. If nobody blocking, guess what? You still not doing nothing.
Straight facts. Without Caleb Williams doing what he's supposed, Caleb Williams is going to do what he's supposed to do. He got paid to do what he was supposed to do. But if Caleb Williams doesn't get protection, he can't do what he's supposed to do. So it is what it is.
So let's get into these picks, right? So we in which we're going to talk about some other things in which AP was talking about as we go through. So first up, of course, New Orleans and Atlanta. This is like we had the Dallas and New York game, as we talked about at the top of the hour, in which Dallas was victorious and New York was able. I hoped that New York was going to come back, even though I had already chose Dallas. I'm sorry. Dallas. So we all got Dallas across the board. So 1-0 starting off the week. Let's see if we can continue that, or some of us can continue that. First up, 12 o'clock game, New Orleans Saints at Atlanta in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Who y'all going with? CC?
Give me ATL. I'm taking ATL in this one. Raheem Morris needs this win bad, or else he gonna look bad with the Kirk Cousins thing. They not starting out like we thought they were. So I'm gonna ride with Atlanta in this one.
Bishop.
So this game right here is a good one. Actually, this is a good one. You know, we beat New Orleans, gave them their first L, and I feel like New Orleans wants some get back. But Atlanta on 1 and 2, like CC said, a lot of people didn't think Atlanta was going to start off like this, especially with the weapons in which Kirk Cousins has out there in Atlanta. They are playing in Atlanta. This is a hard pick for me because either one of these teams could win this game. I think it's going to be a definitely a close game. And it may come down to the wire to 2 field goal kickers. Let me go with Atlanta, man. I'm gonna go with the ATL, man.
So you know what? That's okay. I got you, Bishop. So you know what? I think I was prepared to go with ATL as well, right? But the last time all of us went with ATL, and that's comment that's up right now. Who that always? Truck. or I'm sorry, Chief Russell came
Chief
on.
Russell, you right. Chief Russell.
Chief Russell, you know what I'm saying? You know, we evolve when we get past certain things.
Yeah, yeah. He's Chief Russell, you right. Chief Russell.
He was struggling. He was in the trenches with us.
But he's Chief Russell.
Yeah, he was struggling with us. But he ascended, so Chief Russell. So looking at this, when I thought about that, the last time we all picked against New Orleans, they scrumped up
Dallas.
Yeah. Dallas. So with that in mind, just as I see it, I have an epiphany. And my epiphany is I'm going with Who Dat Nation, and I'm going with NO. Now, I really did initially think about going with Atlanta for the exact same reasons y'all said. They're going to be in the Dome. We seen a game in which the Kansas City Chiefs should have lost versus them and all that type of stuff. But then I look up and I see Who Dat Always and Isaac Russell pop up on my screen. And I thought, you know what? The last time this happened, this is what happened. So I'm going to see if I can Final Destination this a whole different way. And I'm going with the NO. That Who Dat, baby. Let's go. So next up, let's see what we got. We was just talking about Los Angeles Rams versus Chicago. Los Angeles Rams at Chicago. I'm going to be honest and just say, yeah, you know what? And my first thought was the Los Angeles Rams without Puka Nacua, without Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp, yeah.
In which probably against any other team, I might go a different route, but this route I won't stay Los Angeles Rams because for exactly what we was talking about Chicago, I might get burnt on this one, but I think I can do that. CC, what you got?
I'm going with the Rams. I'm taking the Rams. Chicago. We just watched the Rams win a tough one against San Fran. I'm going with the Rams.
This is a hard one. Who'd you pick? You picked Chicago, right, Trey?
Yes. No, I picked Los Angeles.
Oh, did you?
Yes, sir.
I feel what y'all going. I feel where y'all going, and they did. Los Angeles did just beat the 49ers. And I highly talk bad about, I don't talk bad about Caleb, but I just said he ain't that dude. But they're playing in Chicago. And Caleb, he has weapons out there in Chicago, Keenan Allen, all of them. He has some weapons. I feel like they're going to figure it out today. I figure they're going to figure it out today to get a win, to put them at 2-2. Because Caleb Williams, again, he's first round pick in the draft. They paid him all this money. I'm gonna take Chicago. I'm going with the Bears to get the. I don't even know if that's considered an upset, to be honest. But I'm going with the Bears.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going transverse. I think I'm going with Bishop. I'm rocking with the Bears as well.
Okay. I'm still sticking with the Rams. Come on, McVay.
I'm sticking with the Rams. You ain't give me the stage. Nothing.
Come on, don't let me down today, McVay.
I got to go with the Bears, man.
Okay, next up on the docket, the Minnesota Vikings traveling to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. What you said before, the expectancy is that Malik Willis might get the start, as in Jordan Love is not ready. We just talked about Minnesota, how Sam Darnold's looking completely different after going through 3 teams, after being a top 10 draft pick than when he was drafted. He's been in Carolina, he's been in New Jersey. He's been in New York, he's been in San Francisco. Now here he is in Minnesota as a starting quarterback. Packers, Vikings, gentlemen, who y'all picking?
Bro, Vikings is 3-0. Green Bay 2-1 without Jordan Love. The game they lost was, of course, against my Philadelphia Eagles. But they've won 2 without Jordan Love. And looks like Jordan Love is still not playing yet. But these Minnesota Vikings, bro, they looking good. They looking good, man. I ain't gonna front. So I gotta go with the Purple People Eaters, man. I know I gotta go with the Purple People Eaters, man. They gotta do something to prove everybody wrong. They gotta do some bad things first. And right now they playing on all cylinders, bro. I'm taking Minnesota Vikings, man. Even though it's on the road, playing in Lambeau. I'm taking Minnesota.
I got the same thing, Minnesota.
rivalry game, man, I'm going Minnesota because Aaron Jones finna act bad against his former team today.
That part.
Aaron Jones act bad today, man.
Yeah, that
I
part
expect
too.
2 Lambeau leaps from Aaron Jones today.
I said 2 of them Jones.
2
just
against his former team.
Oh, time's sake.
yeah. They're gonna push him, and they're gonna push him right back down too. Get out of here with that. Yeah, Jefferson gonna show out. Yeah, he gonna show out. I think so too.
Next up, Sean, I'm coming to you first and foremost. Pittsburgh at Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, which AP was talking about earlier, needs some help. Does he get any help? He's going to need some help against his defense, as we talked about. Pittsburgh, basically getting by with a manager in Justin Fields. The defense and special teams has been handling the business. Gentlemen, who you're rocking with, Bishop first, Pittsburgh or Indianapolis?
So with this game, right, Pittsburgh's traveling to Indiana, and the thing is, Pittsburgh shouldn't even probably be 3-0, but they are. And it is what Tom Coughlin is doing what he's supposed to do out there. We know the situation with Justin and Russell, but that Anthony Richardson is a different type of dude, man. He's a different type of dude, and I just think he's falling a little bit short. I do agree with Anthony or whoever said that Justin needs. Anthony Richardson needs some AR 15. What is the AR 15, AR 13, whatever his number is? I think he needs some help. However, I'm still gonna go with Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is gonna find a way to get a win in Lucas Oil Field at home and put them at even 500 and give Pittsburgh their first L.
TC.
Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers in this one, just off the strength of that defense. I think that defense is gonna make some noise today. I don't think it's gonna come down to Justin Fields. I think that defense is gonna turn them over a couple of times, and it's gonna put the game out of range.
Next up, and I agree, Pittsburgh. I'm going with Pittsburgh. I think it's one of those situations that until it's broken, just gonna go with that. You gotta see who they are right now as opposed to who they are later on. So right now, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh. Next up, the Denver Broncos traveling to New York to take on Aaron Rodgers, as he's been labeled that bad man, to take on the New York Jets. Jets have not been a winning team through the first 3 games since 2015. And here they are, 2-1. Aaron Rodgers at the helm, coming off a dub last week. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep the party going. I myself am going with the New York Jets. CC, who you got? New York, Denver.
Oh man, I like Bo Nix, man. Give me the Broncos. Give me the Broncos. I'm not rooting for Aaron Rodgers, if y'all haven't noticed. I'm going the opposite of Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, give me Bo Nix.
Man, for me, man, Aaron already stated, man. He said it, and I kind of gotta believe it, man. He said, when I figure all this out, I get back to the old Aaron, I'm gonna do some things, and I think he's on the verge. I think he's on the verge of figuring this out and becoming the old Aaron of that we all knew as, like Stephen A. like to call him, that bad man. Bo Nix good out there in Denver. Sean Payton got him. That's who Sean Payton wanted. He didn't want Russell anyway. He got Bo Nix. That's what he's out there with. I just don't think Denver's going to come in to New Jersey and beat the Jets in New York. I'm taking the Jets in this game. Jets going 3-1.
Same here. So 2 for Jets, 1 for Denver. Next up, going to start off with our resident Eagles fan, Philadelphia Eagles at Tampa Bay. Maybe if we had seen things different, we haven't seen Mike Evans in his usual rare form, but that doesn't mean he's going to get there. But this one game, week 4, Philly at Tampa. I know it's probably not a situation where too many people are going to choose against their team, but I have to ask the question anyway. Bishop, Philly or Tampa Bay?
Well, come on, man. Fly Eagles fly, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all see what's behind me, my background, baby. We just gave him that L, the Saints, after they did what they did to the Cowboys, and we came in there showing we ain't the Cowboys. We're gonna come in here and punch you in the mouth. Alvin Kamara, you ain't doing nothing. We hurt players. We hurt players. You see what we do? We hurt players. Alvin Kamara's out. This is what we do. When you come see Philly, we come to bring the pain, baby. We come to bring the pain. That's what we come to. And we owe Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield something. We owe them something from last year. They don't want to kick us out of the playoffs. They gave us a butt whooping that we should not have taken last year. So with that being said, even though we ain't got A.J. Brown and we ain't got Devontae Smith hamstring and concussion protocol, I get it. You know, we missing some key players. But guess what? We finna go to Tampa Bay. We going on their turf. We going down there in Tampa Bay where the good weather at, and we finna get us a dub down there in Tampa Bay, boy. That's what we finna do. We about to get us a dub down there in Tampa Bay. Philadelphia fly, Eagles fly, baby. Let's go.
CC,
man, give me the Buccaneers in that one. Just because you got no receivers, Goddard not gonna get lucky and break a tackle or catch a pass. That's not gonna happen.
I hit the trailer.
See, he left all that out, people. He said, "Oh, we hurt," and then Goddard just happened to make a good play at the end of that game to win that game. So it's not gonna happen today, though.
So. You know what? I almost sit up and say something that had nothing to do with this game. See what happens when I almost sit up and talk about Alvin Kamara where he ain't even in this goddamn game. So you see what it do. In-state, I'm taking Philly as well, although they are down with some player. You know what? Actually, disregard that. I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think the fact of you're down both your top receivers, a la the Los Angeles Rams effect. Without Puka and Cup, it's going to be hard. And like he said, Goddard is not going to be the answer. Saquon is going to be able to do it by himself. I think this might be a little rough on the Eagles. So I'm going with Tampa Bay as well. Next up, Cincinnati and Carolina. Like Bishop would say, garbage bowl game. If I had my mixer here, I would flush a toilet boy bowl game. I kick this off. This one is a rough one. Because Carolina, what if Carolina is what we seen last week, right? We see in Cincinnati is what we've seen the first 3 games of the season. But I can't go off of that yet. I'm not open to doing that. So I'm going with the Bengals to start off to kick this off. CC, who you got?
Man, I was impressed with Andy Dalton last week, man. Come on, let's just keep it real. Andy Dalton proved that it is Bryce Young.
And then that's to do. And I picked him. I'm the one that picked Carolina. I said the Red Bomber. I said it CC last week. The Red Bomber gonna come out and do some things.
You know, Trey just kept saying, let's just wait and see what Andy Dalton does, man. So anyway, in this game, man, I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to take Andy Dalton and the Carolina Panthers and say that he's going to do it back-to-back weeks because he's going to show why I'm still in the NFL and why I shouldn't have been playing behind this guy. This guy should have been behind me. I like Andy Dalton in this one.
Yeah, hey, it's crazy. It's crazy because I told y'all the Breadhead Bomber was going to come out here and do some things. And sure enough, he came right out there and got that win. But it goes back to what we said. Again, another quarterback that was drafted high. They had high expectations for him, and he just wasn't ready, man. Andy Dalton came out there and showed y'all, this is how you play quarterback for this team. Let me show you how you make this, how you get this done. Now, however, they're playing Cincinnati and Joe Burrow, one of the next what they call bad men quarterbacks in the NFL. He's top 5 without question. Joe Burrow. Is he playing top 5 this season? Absolutely. Is their defense doing well? No, they're not. They're allowing way too many points. Cincinnati, they've been in a lot of close games. They should not be 0-3. Can we all three agree? They should not be. I agree with that. Yeah, they should not be in 0-3 at all. Them being 0-3 is very shocking to a lot of people. I know there's not one person that's watching this show, including ourselves, could say before week 1, Cincinnati would come in. We've seen Cincinnati being 0-3 going into week 4. No one's seen that. So, with that said, I feel like this is where Joe Burrow is going to come back and get his win. I feel like he's going to come in here and get this win, get them at 1-3, and then they're going to go on a field trip and find ways to start winning games. I'm going with the Bengals. Even though Redhead Bomber probably still going to do what he's going to do, I got to take the Bengals even though it's on the road.
Cincinnati. All right, next up, game that we're about to be at in a little bit, CC.
Oh, yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars at the Houston Texans. Trevor Lawrence, we just earlier AP came out and said like Trevor Lawrence is overrated, in which he's looking at it. But you know what? There's a thing. They seem to not play the same type of way that they was playing before they got their money, or it's a little drop off. And I think this is what we're seeing in Trevor Lawrence. Before the beginning of the season, he had reset the market for quarterbacks. Of course, it's been reset about 3 or 4 times since that in the beginning of the season. One thing we know, CJ Stroud is basically playing. So when it comes his time in 3 years, he can reset the market, which is probably going to be about 80 million by that time. But we're going to see. We're not saying where it is, but at this point, we're at this time. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars facing off against the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud, who I think is overrated. Diggs and a company. CC, who you rocking with?
I'm rocking with the Texans in this one. I think they're gonna come back against Minnesota. I think after that Minnesota debacle, I think they're gonna bounce back. I think today, Trevor Lawrence is in trouble. Trevor Lawrence is in trouble today. You're gonna be running for your life out there today. That defense coming at you.
I totally agree, man. Trevor Lawrence, you know, some people are out on Trevor Lawrence in regards to they 0-3. Jacksonville definitely got to show me something before I can pick Jacksonville for the rest any more this season. They really gonna have to really show me something. Trevor and them gonna have to show me something. I totally agree with CC. Houston got embarrassed by them Vikings last week, so I know CJ is like, not on duty, not as well as I played last season. No, y'all not. No, y'all will not do that. And they playing in Houston. Oh, and don't let them be in them red out uniforms. Ooh, boy, they come out in them red out uniforms. It's gonna be trouble. I'm going Houston, CJ and them.
So let's switch on Houston. Next up, Washington and Arizona. Of course, AP, that's his team. He was just talking about Jaden Daniels. But as I stated, is Jaden Daniels who we're seeing right now, or was it just a fact of who they was playing? They got Arizona and Kyler Murray coming in, Marvin Harrison Jr. coming in, Connor coming in. So is Arizona coming in themselves, or is it going to be Washington? In my opinion, I'm rocking with Arizona in this one. That's like blasphemous for me, but I just gotta take it what it is. Gentlemen, CC, who you got, Arizona or Washington?
Give me, I'm gonna take Arizona in a shootout. This is gonna be a shootout. This is gonna be a game where both quarterbacks gonna throw that thing all over the yard. But I think Kyler Murray gonna have a miracle in the end or something to win this game. So I'm going with Arizona.
That's a good pick. That's both good picks by y'all. Y'all know how much I love Kyler Murray. I love Kyler Murray, but I done talked highly of Jaden Daniels. And they 2-1. And him and McLaurin look like they're hitting on all cylinders over there. And then Zach Ertz is over there too. I feel like this is the time Zach Ertz is going to come out and shine in this game. I got to go with JD, man. JD and them Commanders. JD and Commanders, I think they're going to go on the road in Arizona and get them a dub and put them at 3-1 and give the Washington Commanders a good starting record for the first time in years.
Excellent. Going into the next pick, like I said, San Francisco and New England. Now, in any other cases, we had a conversation earlier at the beginning of the so now at this point, I think had we played anyone else, I might have been someone that Buck.
Trey, you muted.
Yeah,
Trey, you muted.
Okay, I think they gave me the thing. So it's not to go back through the whole soliloquy. Was it trying to say what I was saying was a bunch of BS? I don't know. We didn't say, but it is say what we do is say San Francisco is who I'm going with. Let's go, bang bang, Niner game.
San Francisco, who they playing again? I didn't even hear what you said.
New England.
Patriots. The Patriots.
Oh man, I'm not riding with the Patriots no more, man. They let me down. I'm not riding with them no more, man. 49ers in a rout. It's gonna be a rout.
We say that. But we just saw what happened to San Francisco last week. We say that. But I don't like to bring up old stuff, but hey, I'm just saying we say that. But I gotta go with the 49ers. They playing at home. McCaffrey's still not back, huh?
Nah.
Yeah, I still, but it don't matter. Oh boy, his backup is still
Mason Jordan.
Yeah, Mason. Yeah, he doing what he need to do. So he trying to solidify his starting position out there, which it ain't gonna happen over McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's starting right now.
Yeah. But it may raise his stock for another team next year.
But and that part, and he's raising some eyebrows around the league. Believe you me. But yeah, I gotta go with the 49ers, man. I can't see New England getting a win over them.
Next, the Cleveland Browns at Las Vegas, in Las Vegas, the later game, 3:25 Central Standard Time. CC, who you got, Cleveland or the Raiders?
Ooh, man, that's a tough one to pick. I don't like neither one of these teams right now, the way they looking. But if I got to pick one, man, we're going to go Raider Nation in this one. I'm thinking Cleveland just ain't got it. Like, Deshaun Watson ain't showed me nothing, and they not blocking for him. So I think the Raiders are. If I just got to pick one, so the Raiders. Just the Raiders.
So for me, because I see Bishop is stepping his face. So for me, Cleveland, right? Initially, I was with you, CC. I was thinking the Las Vegas was going to be able to take care of business until just in the moment as I was thinking that, come to find out that Devontae Adams is going to be playing today. So yes, I think Jacoby Myers is a good quarterback. I forgot the other quarterback, receiver they have there. His name slipped me at this time. I was like, he might be exceptional as well, but I don't think they're going to have enough in state when it comes down to it. So I'm rocking with Cleveland today. It might have been different had Devontae Adams been playing. I think I would have been Raiders as well, but I'm going with Cleveland today. Bishop.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ride that coattail too. Without Devontae Adams, I don't know. Y'all talked about the Eagles, how we ain't had no receivers. Now Vegas ain't got nobody. So and Deshaun still got his receivers and stuff like that. So I gotta go with Chicago. Bishop is good. You didn't even start.
I'm still here like, yo.
That's how you feel. It is good, man. My wife made some good food, man. This morning, we got to get ready for this game for my daughter, man, here in a minute. So I'm rocking with the pound. I'm going with the dog pound. I'm going with Cleveland. Let's go, Cleveland. Oh, come on, Deshaun. I need you to do something, bro, this week. Come on, man. Everybody talking about you.
Next up, Kansas City and Los Angeles Chargers going to LA to face off against Harbaugh and his squad with a hobble Herbert. For me, I was like, I took that into consideration. Of course, we're talking about Kansas City, but oddly enough, Kansas City is the underdog in this game. So who figured that? Is that starting to tell us that Kansas City has been getting by? Their 12th man, as always, talking about them being the referees, which is hilarious to me. In this particular bout, though, I'm just not without a fully healthy Justin Herbert. I don't know how much of that magic will rub off from John Harbaugh, what he can do. The safe bet in this situation for me is the Kansas City Chiefs. CC, who you got?
I'm going with Kansas City just because not only of what you said, but remember last week against Pittsburgh, the Chargers was right there in that game early on until Herbert went out, and then it was a wrap. So I think him hobbled, a better defensive front. Yeah, that game's over. It's the Chiefs.
So Herbert is not playing today?
It's likely that he's not playing. He's I don't think he is. I think he's out.
Or still playing. This is a late game. Yeah.
Yeah.
3-5 game. Man, we all know Kansas City. That's another team that's been getting by on by the skin of their teeth, man. By the skin of their teeth, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a team out there who we're not expecting to beat Kansas City and gonna beat Kansas City, and this could be that team. I need to know if Herbert is out. Let me see. I need to know if Herbert's out. So, oh man, I'm gonna take the Chargers, man. I just feel like that Kansas City just getting by too easy. In these last few games, man, that they didn't even play, they should not be 3-0 right now. And they playing on the road in Los Angeles. Yeah, give me the Chargers, man. Give me the Chargers.
Roger that. Chargers, 2 Chiefs. Last 3 games in our pick before we get ready to get out of here. First off, and they're probably the best for last, honestly. First off, the late game tonight, the midnight game, primetime game, the Buffalo Bills facing off at Baltimore. So that's Josh Allen up against Lamar Jackson. Is it a situation to where Buffalo gets knocked off from being undefeated, or is it a situation to where Lamar is going to be reduced to having a what's seen as a mediocre team in the league? First off, CC, who you got, Buffalo or Baltimore?
I'm going to go with Buffalo in this one, and my thinking is Josh Allen is going to prove why his name should be mentioned or why he should have been MVP and is that whatever. He going against a 2-time MVP, he going to show you why he that man. I'm going with Buffalo.
I can rock with that.
Man, this is a hard one, man. This is a hard one right here, bro. Buffalo, like you say, 3-0, trying to stay undefeated. But Lamar and them, you know, they record don't show what they should be. And 2 losses, one of them we know was Kansas City by a toe. Literally by a toe. Which is a team of Kansas City was 3-0, which Kansas City wouldn't be 3-0 if it was for that game. Man. In that defense, but it's hard to stop Lamar. It's hard. I gotta go with the Ravens, man. I hate to go against Buffalo though. I really do. I hate to go against Buffalo, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the Baltimore Ravens, man. They say Herbert is prepared. They plan for Herbert to play. They got him playing prepared to play. What I'm looking at right now in that Chargers game, Chiefs. So if he's playing, they got him prepared.
So on this Buffalo-Baltimore game, I want to rock with CC on this one, Buffalo. Until like since we've been doing this, like even going back from this beginning of the first formation, I've always been big on Josh Allen. And I think Josh Allen, like you said, he continues to he teeters back and forth, like, okay, I'm top tier, not so much. Right now, they're hitting on all cylinders and being top tier. Baltimore, although the home team might be running into a buzzsaw, Josh might show out. This is one of those things where you have a bunch of all right receivers and a top tier quarterback. That is like usually, in my opinion, a recipe for dominance in some way, form, or fashion, in which Buffalo has been showing that. Until they knocked off that pedestal, I'm going to continue to ride that coattail, so I'm going with Buffalo. So next up, double whammy again on Monday night, 2 games. The first up being Tennessee at Miami. Like I initially so I start this off. Like I initially was looking at, like we know the whole debacle was going on in Miami. Skylar Thompson isn't the best quarterback, isn't looking all that great, and doesn't look like it posed anything for Miami. However, I just don't believe in Levis. It's just Levis is just not it for me when I look at it ultimately. And they got Ridley, they got Hopkins over there, they have Tyjae Spears, they have Pollard in on the offense. It's Levis for me, and I just can't get down with Levis. So even with that, I think Skylar Thompson is going to be more of a better has a better performance enough to where the lack of Levis and how he's been performing is going to be paramount for them getting the win. So I'm going with Miami. Who you going with, Bishop?
Man, Tennessee, like you, Levis just not doing it. Miami, I never thought Tua was it either. I don't even know if is Tua even playing. He's not. He's still not coming out. He's still in the protocol. Who's the backup quarterback? Who's the QB for Miami?
Skylar Thompson. That's what he was just talking about. But I thought he got hurt last week too.
So he did. Tyler Huntley started. Tyler Huntley started. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, bro. So the third string. So we going on the third string quarterback.
Right.
Ugh.
I still take the Scudder team. I don't change my thought. It's just Levis. Will Levis is not it. I'm sorry. Or right now, Will Levis ain't it.
That's man, the third string though.
Tyler Huntley's not bad though.
He's not, but good lord though, he's third string. You know how many reps he getting? I'm gonna go with Miami, man. I'm gonna go with Miami.
I'm taking Tennessee.
You know what? I'm switching to put me in Tennessee too. Put me in Tennessee too. I'm putting that Tennessee. So my wife back in the back talking about that's a terrible pick. I'm picking Tennessee too.
I'm taking
Tennessee. She said that's a horrible pick. I'm going with Tennessee, man. I'm going with Tennessee. Put me out for
But
Tennessee.
you know, CC believes in Levis. He think Levis is something. I just don't see it, man.
Man, I'm taking Tennessee because they got all their weapons. like Miami is missing some weapons, not just at quarterback, but they missing a couple of weapons on the defensive side of the ball. I gotta go with Tennessee, the healthier team in that one. I'm only taking Tennessee because they're the healthier team.
That makes sense. And third string quarterback. I hear what y'all saying about Tyler, but that's third string, bro. That's the third string quarterback. That's a lot. That's saying a lot.
Brock Purdy was a third string quarterback.
Oh, here we go.
Not when he came up to. He was a third string when Jimmy was there, but when Jimmy left, he wasn't third. He was second, which he should have been first over old boy.
That's anyway. The last game of the night. He basically was the last game. The Seattle Seahawks are going to be traveling to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions for the later game on Monday night. Of course, you know, this is just a game. I just can't go too many. I'm over my quota for choosing NFC West teams. So, but Seattle is.
I got a quota.
So I think Seattle. So Seattle is one of the undefeated 3-0 teams. 3-0. However, I don't think they're going to be able to walk away from Forest Stadium with that distinction. I'm choosing the Detroit Lions over the Seattle Seahawks.
So I told y'all 2 weeks ago, we hadn't heard nothing from Metcalf. Since then, what's happened? That boy been acting a fool since then. He's been acting a fool since then. I'm here to tell you. I said it. I said Metcalf ain't showed up. He's gonna show up, and that was the week I picked Seattle, and they won that joke, and they've been doing it ever since. So right now, I mean, I know Detroit they playing in Detroit. They playing in, Motown. I get it. But the Motor City, man, this is another hard one. Golly, man. A part of me want to go with Detroit, but Seattle, again, they just ain't, they doing everything. They hitting on all cylinders right now. Give me Seattle, man. God, dog. Give me Seattle. CC.
I'm taking in this game, man. Man. I'm gonna go with the home. You know what? I'm gonna go with the home team, Detroit, and I'm gonna say they're gonna give them an L. I think DK still gonna have a good game. Shout out to my nephew AJ. He say that's his favorite receiver. So
DK Metcalf.
I think DK gonna have a good game, but I think overall the Lions kind of need this win a little bit more. So I think Campbell gonna have them ready to play at home.
Okay.
That's
a hard pick.
It was hard. It's a good hard one, actually.
Yeah, that was hard.
Oddly enough, to me, the hardest one was the I think it might have been actually the New Orleans Atlanta game was the hardest one for me. But we'll see how it all pans out. A couple of changes and switches here and there as you went through so of course, like I said, feel free if y'all ever want to be guest pickers, come on, let us know so you can come on, have a little conversation, get your picks in there, pick against the field. We'll call y'all the field for our guest pickers and see how it ends up coming out by the week.
Anthony, Isaac, all of y'all that be on here.
All that type of stuff. A couple of people out there who probably hit up and be like, hey, come on, tell your story, get some picks in there, and then get to it. Sometimes it's just fun, or if you consider yourself a NFL confidant, or aficionado, then so be it.
Justin Herbert ankle preparing to play in week 4, limited at practice all week, suffering high ankle sprain. But no
Michael Parsons for a while for the Cowboys. We already struggling on defense.
Oh yeah, he went out on the cart. What
man, we might not.
What was his diagnosis? What was his? I didn't hear what happened.
They say he's gonna be out at least. They say he's gonna be out at least until like week 8 or something, week 7 or 8 or something like that, man. So
what was it? What was it? What did they say?
Ain't it like a high ankle sprain or something like that, man? I think it was a high ankle sprain.
Okay, I saw him go out on the cart. I didn't know what it was for. Okay.
So tell the Twitch vision. You know what? Bishop is a military brat as well as a retired sergeant first class in the Army, but he's like a gumbo when it comes to he's like a gumbo when it comes to picking his team. So he's from Jersey.
No, but I'm from New York.
I'm from New York. I'm sorry, he's from New York, yeah. But none of his teams are New York teams except for the Yankees. That's it. So
I mean, like Pennsylvania right there though.
I mean, yeah, and that's what you know what I'm saying. That's where I think that's where he gets, you know what I'm saying, but that's what it is.
I missed all of that because my stuff, because obviously y'all was talking some BS and it just stopped.
No, he was like good. He's like good. Tell the Twitch Vision said good NFL Sunday to all. Is Bishop from Philly or an Eagles fan?
I'm an Eagles fan. I'm not from Philly. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm an Eagles fan. For those who don't know, I've been an Eagles fan since Donovan McNabb came to Philadelphia, and that's how I became an Eagles fan from that point on. But yeah, I'm from New York. I was born in New York, Queens. Stand up. But yeah, I'm from New York. But yeah, and a lot of people give me flack about it. Are you from New York and you for the Philadelphia Eagles? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So many Dallas Cowboy fans from all over the world. It don't even make no sense. People from Ireland, Cowboy fans. DC for life. You from Ireland, dude? What? DC for life? Like seriously? What? Stop it, man. So yeah, but that's what it is because I'm hoping the NFL has Philadelphia as a host for the Super Bowl, so Philly stars Will Smith and Boys the Men can perform there. Hey, man, I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That would be hot.
I don't think the NFL gonna go. They had that experience in New York one time with that cold weather. I don't think they're going back to that no more. They tried to do the Super Bowl in
New York. Yeah, what was it? The Frozen Bowl. What they call it? They gave it a name. The Ice Bowl. I think
like
it was
the
Ice
worst
Bowl.
Super Bowl ever.
Yeah, Ice Bowl. I think it was called the Ice Bowl or something like that because it was so cold. Yeah, the Ice Bowl.
The worst Super Bowl ever. I don't think they're doing that anymore.
Yeah, I think it was called the Ice Bowl. That's why they changed it to a place where you know the climate is neutral for both teams. No team has an advantage.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying when it comes to that. Because this year, where is it at? In New Orleans?
New Orleans.
Yeah, it's for the fans. It's for the fans, no doubt, man. Like if you know, like fans pay a whole lot of money, man. Hey, some of the people paying 15 G's, 20 G's, you know, for the seats. And you're gonna go freeze. Hey, you know, you're gonna go freeze your behind off
for $15,000 to watch a game. Yeah, bro.
No,
that part.
You know, I don't think they're gonna do that again.
Yeah, that part, bro. That part. Oh, that was I thought you wouldn't. That's
Twitch.
Twitch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Twitch.
Good
show. So, like I said, if anytime come on, like just hit us up, let us know. We get your story, so we'll be able to have some type of background and come on, catch a vibe and do the whole thing. As we know, of course, we get ready to get up out of here. Of course, Sean putting it on his taking off his analyst and podcaster hat and putting it on his
coach hat. Yeah, let's go.
And then I'm not.
Good luck today.
I can't say I'm putting on a fan hat because I'm not a fan of, but I'm going to be there. Check out these Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh yeah,
y'all both going to the game?
We're going to the game today, baby. Yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
Actually, you know what? We was looking at potentially trying to set up and hit up the Eagles and the Cowboys game.
Yeah, Eagles.
But unfortunately, it falls on a certain. It falls on a certain sorority, sister sororities Founders Day, so it won't be able to do that. Why'd you do that, dude?
Yeah,
that looking for when we off camera.
You know, I'm here in Houston entertaining family, fellas. I'm gonna have to jump off here, cut this short because I think they out in the lobby or somewhere. I need to go holler at the fam right quick. Good picks. I hope y'all have a great day. Oh, and a shout out before I leave. Shout out to my cousin Frank Green, who say he a big fan of the show, fellas. Got to give some love. He say he try to jump in the comments and stuff like that.
Appreciate it, man.
So much love, Frank, and y'all have a good one.
All right, CC, enjoy yourself, man. Y'all have fun out there, man.
All right.